Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Arizona Coyotes franchise mode here in NHL 22. So in last episode, we made a trade to bolster our defensive core a little bit more because I wasn't really sold on it fully. So we did send Bylsma back down to the AHL, which proved to be a good move because he was actually really good in terms of plus minus in stats down there in the AHL. So he's still down there right now, but more than likely he'll be back onto our top 6 pairings by next season. But we did make a trade with the Minnesota Wild. We got rid of one of our prospects in Plekhanov, who was a top 6-4 prospect that I didn't think was going to pan out because he was like a 5th round pick. But so I traded him away and a 2nd round pick, and we brought in Carson Lambos from the Minnesota Wild. And it definitely improved our defensive core. Lambos actually was really good with us so far. He was a plus 14 in his 41 games with us. Didn't put up a lot of points, but he did play really good shutdown-wise. He did get also a lot less ice time with us than in Minnesota, so maybe we want to get him into like some other lineups and whatnot, like maybe on the penalty kill to actually improve it. So I think that's what I might do, because our penalty kill was like the 2nd worst in the league, yet we won the President's Trophy, so that's a little bit weird. So let's actually address that quickly right now. And yeah, let's take DeMaio off the penalty kill and give Lambos an opportunity to play and see if that helps out our penalty kill a little bit, just because there might be too much youth on it, who knows. So that's the one change we're going to be making going into the playoffs. But we also suffered a couple big injury losses at the end of last episode. So basically Geeky went down with an injury right at the end of the season, so he's our top line center. So we did lose him, but luckily enough, we do still have Aho who can play center, so he's going to be taking over that 2nd line spot, and then Byfield's going to be taking over the top line spot. I could actually flip the 2. You know what, I'm going to try that instead. So we have both these guys playing our top 2 center spots. Basically, Shishkinov moved up in the lineup. Wolf is going to be jumping in as well. This guy's a good face-off man, so hopefully he can help out that 4th line in terms of defensive play in this postseason while we wait the return of Geeky. And as you can also see, we lost our starting goaltender in Stefan Pettersson to a concussion. Both these guys are scheduled to return in May, which is like round 3, I think. So that is quite scary, but we are going to be relying on Nicholas Hornquist, who didn't have the best rookie season, I'd say. He had an 896 save percentage and a 3.15, but maybe he's just not a good backup goalie. Maybe he's more of a starting goalie, so I guess we'll find out how he is in the playoffs. But Kirill Galiev, who we called up, actually was amazing in his short span. He did not lose in regulation, and he had good numbers to prove it, too. So if for some reason Hornquist doesn't do good, maybe we give Galiev an opportunity. But for right now, hopefully this team can get past round 1, and then hopefully we can get back to the point where Pettersson and Geeky are both returning, because this team still looks strong, but they definitely were a lot stronger when we had those 2 guys in our lineup. So yeah, anyways, that is that. And we are going to be also taking on St. Louis in round 1, which is kind of an intriguing team. They didn't have the greatest record during the regular season, but they scored as much as they allowed. So that's kind of weird. And they also have a very interesting forward group and defensive group, I'd say. So as you can see, they have some good players like McDermott, Lambert, also Kratsov's pretty good. But then look at this 2nd line, Line and Pody, really good 2nd line there. They also have a 75, though, randomly on that 2nd line, which I don't understand why. Yegor Sharangovich is there, so a player that was just with us for 1 season. Sucks that he's over there now in St. Louis, but it is what it is. And you can see their 4th line is a little bit weak as well, so I don't really know what to make of their forward core, because they do have really good pieces there. And then as you can see, that defensive core is actually not terrible, but it's not the greatest one I've seen. You've got some good pieces there and some average pieces, I'd say. And then goalie-wise, they actually do have some good goaltending, despite allowing allowing a lot of goals this season. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure with what to make of the St. Louis Blues team, but it's our first time, I'm pretty sure, playing them in the playoffs. So let's see what happens here in round 1 and see if we could actually get to round 2 for the first time in quite a long time. Or are those injuries going to come back to bite us? I hope they don't, because there is chances we could lose like Sebastian Aho to retirement this offseason or in a few years. Jacob Chikrin's getting older. We just need to win as soon as possible. So let's get into game number 1. We got home ice advantage this entire playoff run. Let's see what happens and see if we could use it to our advantage or not. Come on, boys. First period of game 1. And we're up 5-0 in the first period. Yikes. Well, that's good, but it's scary at the same time, because I don't know if that's going to be continuing on throughout to next game or not. But that's an insane first period. Michkov scores, Aho scores, DeMaio scores, Chikrin scores, and Redmond scores. So we've already taken their starting goaltender out of the game, which is kind of nuts. I don't know how we're scoring 5 goals in this opening period when we just lost Geeky, but it is what it is. Shots are 19-9 after 1, and it's a 5-0 game. Second period, still 5-0, so good shutdown period. It didn't score any more goals, which is also kind of good because, like, I feel like if you have a really good offensive game one game, then all of a sudden your team is just going to flatline and you're not going to score anything afterwards. So I'm kind of concerned about that. But shots are 29-17. We're up 5-0. Let's see what happens here in the third period. See if we can lock this one down. We make it 6-0. Shelley scores. Of course, Shelley had to score because he hadn't scored yet. And then Kratsov is going to break Hornquist's shutout. But, I mean, Hornquist hasn't faced a whole lot of shots this game. But, yeah, I'm kind of scared about us having a really strong offensive game to start the series. But then again, maybe I'm just overthinking things. And we're going to win Game 1 by the score of 6-1. We outshot them 41-27. So, I mean, it wasn't a huge shot advantage. But we did have a really good first period there. 6 different goal scorers as well. So, you love to see that. So, Michkov from Agostino and Aho from Sepulvov and Michkov. DeMaio from Agostino and Aho, and then Chikrin from Wolf and Lambos, Redmond from McGillis, and Shelley from Chikrin and McGillis. So, yeah, a lot of different point getters in that game. Let's take a look at those stats. Yeah, a lot of players on our team had points in this game. Who did not have any points? Pretty much Byfield didn't have anything. A couple guys in the top 6, but most of the guys that didn't have points are more on like the third line and the top 6 pairing, so that's okay. And goalie-wise, yeah, Hornquist was good when he played. Only one minus player, and that was Byfield. Somehow he got a -1 despite us scoring 6 goals. I don't get that. 3 stars of the game. Aho gets first star with 3 points in his playoff debut with us. Chikrin a second star, and Hornquist the third. Pretty good. Yeah, that was a good debut for Sebastian Aho. As Shishkinov has now been injured with a concussion. Are you kidding me? We've literally had 3 injuries that are going all the way till May. What is this? Yeah, this game's trying to get me to lose again. We are going to move Bentley up, I think. Yikes, what is this glitch? I think we're going to move Bentley up because he's a playmaker, I'm pretty sure. And maybe he'll be able to feed Shelley the puck. And then we'll move Sepulvov to there. I'll move Redmond up because he's a sniper. And then I will throw in Gallant on this 4th line. And I think that's good. But look at these. 3 major injuries till May. And yeah, we only have 1 depth defenseman there. And then we'd have to call up guys from the minors. Like, I'm okay with calling up like McIntyre, Penner, Kagerodov. But what is with all these injuries all of a sudden? Because like we ended last episode with 2 major injuries. And then we had game 1 of the series. And we lose a guy as well. That is concerning that it was Shishkinov as well. Because he had a strong first game, I think. We can't see his player stats because of that glitch, so I'm going to have to go back to our edit line screen first just to check that out. But that was a strong first game. Good win, but I'm really concerned with the amount of injuries we're suffering. Like, I haven't had any injury trouble in this entire franchise mode, really, up until this point, so it's kind of weird. But yeah, Bentley is a playmaker, and he's got 95 passing, so I think putting him on a line with Shelley should do hypothetically pretty well. Because it seems like Aho wasn't doing as much as I was expecting to. Because Aho, even though he does have good passing stats, he also could shoot the puck. So maybe that's why Shelley didn't score as much as I was hoping in the regular season. I'm not 100% sure with that. But yeah, our team is starting to look a lot weaker with all these injuries. Shishkinov actually only played 2 minutes in that first game before he got injured. Yeah, we still won 6-1. Interesting. Okay, let's get into game number 2. Not going to make any other line changes, but yeah, hopefully we don't suffer any more injuries because I do not want to be grabbing into the AHL because the AHL team's more than likely in the playoffs, I would assume. Here we go, game number 2, still on home ice against the Blues. Let's see what happens here. First period, we're down 1-0. That's not good. Happy Bullen scores on Hornquist. It almost looks like Nikolai Happy Bullen. That's kind of funny. That was with 24 seconds left in the period, which is not good either. Shots are 13-8 in favor of the Blues. Second period, 2-2 game. Okay, I'll take that. Aho scores 2 goals. Aho's actually been off to a really good start. 5 points in his first 2 playoff games with us. And Bartlett scores to tie the game up. Shots are 25-22 in favor of the Blues. It is a 2-2 game. Let's see if we can get that lead back, guys. Come on here. Penalty kill early in the third. We killed off. Penalty kill again. And we managed to kill those off too. Kind of surprised our penalty kill killed those off because it was so bad in the regular season. There's another penalty kill, and now we let in the power play goal, of course, as I mentioned that. And then Turikov scores, and it's a 4-2 game. Not good. We're getting badly outshot in this one as well. These injuries are coming back to bite us, aren't they? As we lose game 2, 4-2, headed back to St. Louis. That was not a bad opening 2 periods, but then, yeah, that third period we just fell apart. Aho with both of our goals, one from Chikrin and Michkov, and the other one from Agostino and Tukinen. Aho somehow got first star in that game too. I don't know if I should be making any line changes or not. These injuries are coming out of nowhere, and it's kind of concerning me. It's kind of concerning me. Especially considering we've had so many first-round exits as of late. What do we want to change? Maybe our defensive pairings. Yeah, I'll just change a defensive pairing just for fun. See if that helps out. Hornqvist had a good, strong first game, but that second game wasn't really on him, I'd say. So we won't change to Galiev yet. But yeah, all three of those guys are right around to the same time. Like, I think all of them come back around May 17th or something. Let's take a look at that injury report. May 15th, May 17th, May 16th. Is this game literally, like, scripted that I was supposed to have those injuries? Because literally one day, Geeky comes back from that MCL sprain. The next day, Shishkinov comes back from a concussion. The next day, Pedersen comes back from post-concussion syndrome. It is so dumb. And yeah, if we end up losing this round 1 because of injuries, I feel like this game is literally just trying to punish me nonstop for no reason. But anyways, let's get into game number 3. We're in St. Louis now, so let's try and get some road wins here and take a series lead. First period. 1-1, I'll take that, I guess. They scored first, Collins, but Michkov answers back. Good to see Michkov scoring because I was kind of concerned considering he didn't score last game. Shots are 15-8 in favor of Arizona. Second period, 2-2. And the shots are still in our favor, 27-18. Shelley's got a goal now too, which is good, but Lambert has won for them. Let's see what happens here in the third period. We're out shooting them, but it's still an even game, which is kind of concerning. Come on, boys. Let's get that lead. Sebastian Aho, Michkov, Shelley, one of our big goal scorers. How about Agostino? I don't think he's scored yet. He's picked up assists more than anything, I think, so far. Come on, guys, and Kravtsov makes it a 3-2 lead for the Blues, but Aho answers right back. That's what I need from Sebastian Aho, why I brought him in. He was a really good playoff player in Carolina, and it looked like we were going to lose that game because of how late that goal was, but Aho answered right back, and we're going to overtime. Shots are 35-28 in favor of us. It's a 3-3 game. Who wants to be the OT hero? Who wants to be that hero? Agostino or Shelley or Michkov? Maybe somebody on our bottom 6 like Gallagher. I don't know who I want to call upon. Power play in OT, and we're going to score on it, and it's going to be Calvin Shelley. Let's go. Shelley has redeemed himself so far this playoff run because he's got like 3 goals, I think. Shots are 41-33 at the end of that game, and we win 4-3, and we have a 2-1 series lead. That's good. So Michkov from Agostino, Shelley from Byfield and Lambos, Aho from Agostino and Guerrero, and Shelley's third from Michkov and Agostino. So yeah, Shelley and Aho have been our best goal scorers so far. Shelley might be scoring because of the fact Bentley's a playmaker on that second line. So Agostino gets second star behind Shelley and Michkov the third. Those are the 3 guys I'd like to see in the 3 stars every night if possible. Michkov had 8 shots on goal, and Shelley had 4. My God. Goalie-wise, Hornqvist didn't play all the entire game. Hopefully he didn't get injured now too, but Galiev played pretty good in that 609 he played. Did he get credited with the W then? He might have got credited with the win, because he probably came in late. So Hornqvist was not injured, which is good, but did Galiev get credited with that second win? Because he might have been played late in that third period or just played in OT. Yeah, Galiev gets credited with his first ever playoff win, only making 2 saves in 6 minutes of ice time. I guess he replaced Hornqvist in overtime. Yeah, he must have replaced him in overtime, but Hornqvist also got credited with that win. So I don't really know who was in net for that OT period, but it is what it is. a win is a win, and we have a 2-1 series lead here. Can we take a 3-1 stranglehold on the Blues? Well, I shouldn't call it a stranglehold because we blew a 3-0 series lead last, or 3-1, yeah, 3-0 series lead last year to the Avs. I was thinking it was 3-1, but we got reverse swept. So, first period of Game 4, and it's scoreless. Not bad. Shots are 10-8 in favor of the Blues. It's an even game. Like the defensive style so far, but we need to score goals as well. Second period, 4-3 all of a sudden. Jeez. Okay. No offense in the first, and then a lot of offense. Sharangovich scores, Agostino scores, then Kravtsov scores. So they had a 2-1 lead, but then Michkov and Tukinen make it 3-2 for us. Devos ties the game up at 3, and then DeMaio with a goal to make it 4-3. Shots are 26-21 in favor of the Blues. It is a 4-3 game for us. Can we get some insurance here in the third? Come on, boys. Power play opportunity here in this third period, and we do not convert. Come on, guys. I want some insurance, please. Penalty kill here in the third period. We kill it off. Power play for us, and they're going to get a goal. McDermott scores right afterwards, and then Laine gives them a lead. Are you kidding me? What kind of blown lead is that? 5-4 game. Can we tie it late? No, we cannot, as we blow the game in the third period with 2 goals less than a minute apart. And we have a 2-2 series lead, or not lead, 2-2 series headed home. The Blues are giving us more of a run for our money than I thought they would. Agostino from Michkov and Chychrun, Michkov from Agostino and Aho, Tukinen from Sapolvyov and Redmond, and DeMaio from Gallant and Wolf. And then we botched our lead in the third period. That's why I wanted some insurance, but that did not happen. Oh, couple -2s in that game. That second line seems like it's not been great defensively, so I might have to change that up a bit. And yeah, Hornquist had his worst playoff game yet, apparently. Yikes. Agostino got third star of the game somehow. Probably because he had 6 hits. But I think I am going to make some line adjustments. I might move Aho back to the second line just for a random change. Even though he's been really good, I just need that second line to be better. Because, yeah, -2 in that game for all those guys, which is not great. Byfield's been terrible so far. He's a -4 in 4 games, only 1 assist again. He's kind of doing what he did last year. So let's try Byfield on the top line just to see if he could start getting going with Michkov and Agostino. And then we'll move Aho to this line to try and get this line going a little bit more. And I think the rest of that should be good. Yeah, I think that's good. Defensively, any badly minus defensemen? Not really. I am going to change up some stuff with the pairings again. Move Lambos back up. And then we're going to try DeMaio on the top 4, Tukinen on the top 6 pairing. And then, yeah, Hornquist has not been really as great as I was expecting to. I could go to Galiev, but I don't know if I trust him yet. I might go to him next game if for some reason Hornquist has a rough game this one. But yeah, let's go with something like this. See if that changes the dynamic of this team. Hopefully Byfield could get going in this game. And then hopefully Aho could continue the offense going for that second line. And maybe make them a bit better defensively as well, because that is the main concern with that line right now. So here we go, game number 5 on home ice. Can we take a 3-2 series lead here on the Blues? Come on, boys, this is a crucial game. First period, scoreless, I guess I'll take that. But then again, last game we had a scoreless first period, and all of a sudden it was 4-3 in the second period. So I'm not sure if the offense is just going to randomly come out of nowhere in the second period, but you never know. Shots are 11-7 in favor of us. It's a 0-0 game. Second period, we're down 1-0. I don't like that. Nystrom scores a late goal on Hornquist. Shots are 22-17 in favor of us, but our offense is nowhere right now. Third period. Can we tie this game up, please, boys? No, we can't yet. Line A makes it 2-0. We're going to get taken out in 6 games, aren't we? I just feel it in my blood. Power play. Come on, boys. We don't convert. Penalty kill. And they get a goal, of course, on the power play. Okay, we're going to have to make some changes. I think I might run Galiev next game because I'm not sold on Hornquist. Even though I did like his play in the AHL, his NHL stats are kind of eh. There was a 5-minute major from Chychrun early in that game, so we played the rest of the game without Jake Chychrun. So that might have cost us the game, who knows. That's not good. And yeah, Street shuts us out. And we're on the brink of elimination in the first round again. So I am going to have to make some line changes here. But yeah, another rough playoff performance from Byfield. He has just done nothing. 1 assist in 5 games. Like, look at what he's done so far in the regular season. 127 points in 2 years. Really good. You go to the playoff numbers, 2 assists in his last 12 games. I don't get it. So yeah, let's move Aho back up. And maybe Byfield would be better on, like... Does he fit any other lines well? Not really. That's not good. He is on the last year of his contract as well, which is not great. Let's move Redmond up, move Bentley down, move Sepulveda to the side. Defensively, let's move Sasaki up, move Lambos down, and then we'll move Guerrero up, and yeah, DeMaio and Tukinen. Goalie-wise, I'm going to run with Galiev. Hornquist just has not sold me at all right now. Those injuries really took a bite out of our team. Then we go to our special teams. I'm pretty sure our power play has been okay. Penalty kill hasn't been the best, so we're going to make some changes there. Just flip-flop some random stuff around. Actually, let's do something like that. Why not? Yeah, that's good. Okay, Galiev, let's see what you're made of. You only played 6 minutes before this in the playoffs, and you didn't allow a single goal. But we need you to force us a Game 7 situation because your starting goaltender has not been doing much. So here you go, real-time simulation, Game 6. We need a win to stay alive. We're in St. Louis. We'll see what happens. See if we get forced a Game 7 here. Penalty kill early in this game, and we managed to kill it off. That's good news. But we need offense on our end, too. Power play opportunity. We don't convert. Come on, Michkov. Come on, Shelley. We need somebody. There we go. Quinton Byfield finally scores. That is exactly what I needed from him. That is exactly what I needed from him. He only had 1 assist in the first 5 games of the series. He finally comes through in Game 6 with his first goal in the playoffs for us, like entirely. And first goal in 13 games in the playoffs as well. Shots are 11-10 in favor of us. We're up 1-0. Let's see what happens in the second period. See if we can get some insurance. Because we definitely need that against a Blues team like this. Penalty kill. Nicely done. Penalty kill again. Stop taking penalties, boys. Thank you. Halfway through the second period, and Pody ties the game up, of course. That's not good. But we get the lead back. Bentley, good job. That's why I signed you in free agency. Maybe give us a little bit more offense down there on the third line. And we're up 2-1 going into the third period. We're being outshot 23-21. Can we get some insurance and lock this game down and force a Game 7? Come on, boys. We need to do that. I need my top goal scorers to go into. Penalty kill, nicely done. Come on, Michkov. Power play opportunity. It's a long power play, and we finally score, and it's Uriel Gallant of all people, a guy that's literally in the lineup because of the injury problems. That's kind of weird, but we have a 3-1 lead here. We're going to potentially... there's still time left. Brad Lambert makes it 3-2. But we're still going to lock down this game. A game-winning goal from a depth forward, and we are going to a Game 7 situation. Oh, glad we're going to at least to a Game 7, but we need to get to that next round. We just need to. So Byfield from Shelley and Redmond, Bentley from Chikrin and Sepulveda, and Gallant from Byfield and Tamayo. So Byfield with 2 points. Finally picking up some points in a big game like that. And then a great performance from Galiev in his playoff debut. Getting us to a Game 7. Do I keep with him? Is the thing. Yes. I think I do. Do I? Yeah, I think I do. Vero got 3rd star. But yeah, I think I'm going to run with him again. No offense to Hornquist, but if we get to the second round, we'll run with Hornquist to start off with again. But for right now, I'm running with Galiev, I think. Because Galiev just got us another W. So, yeah, we're going to go with Galiev again. Because, yeah, he's been a lot better so far than Hornquist. And he was really good at the end of the regular season as well. So, I trust him. He does also have actually X factors. Contortionist and Last Stand. Well, Hornquist doesn't, so... Okay, we'll see what Galiev could do. See if Galiev could get us to the second round. And, yeah, hopefully he could do that. Because if he could do that, then we have guys coming back from injury in the next 2 weeks, which is good. Because I believe that would be into next round, potentially. Maybe the conference finals if we get there. But here we go. All important game 7. We're not going to make any line adjustments. We're just going to make the goaltending change. And we'll see if this team's able to get out of the first round for the first time in a long time. We got home ice advantage. Let's use it to our advantage. Come on, boys. Real-time simulation again. Come on, guys. Let's do this for Galiev. Because Galiev has shown to be a good rookie so far, as Agostino and Shelley have 2 early goals. Let's go. That's exactly what we wanted to start off like. We need to get more than 2 goals, though. Okay? Can't just sit back the rest of the game, though. Because I've seen too much of these games where you score 2 early goals and then your team blows it and you lose 3-2. Shots are 11-10 in favor of us. We're up 2-0 because 2 of my favorite players in the series have scored goals. Let's see what happens in the second period. See if we can add to this 2-0 lead. Come on, boys. Penalty kill. And they get a goal on the power play, of course. Collins scores. Power play for us, 5-on-3. We don't convert. Come on, guys. Get me some insurance. Michkov hasn't really scored a lot this playoff run, which is very concerning, but maybe he's picking up more assists than anything, I don't know. And we're going to have a 2-1 lead going into the third period. We're outshooting 27-18. Come on, Galiev, I believe in you. Come on, defense, I believe in you. And come on, offense, just give me some insurance. That's all I'm asking for. Let's see what happens in this third period. Come on, boys. And of course, they're going to tie it early. This is exactly what I scripted it like. We were up 2-0 with 2 early goals, and they score 3 unanswered goals. Chikrin does return the favor, though, and this game is tied back up again. Jesus. That part I didn't script, but I knew we were going to lose that 2-0 lead. It happens way too much. This game is tied at 3, and we're going to overtime in Game 7. Overtime in Game 7. That is not good. That is scary. And we could have just got ourselves an insurance marker in that third period. But of course we're going to OT. Shots are 39-32 in favor of us. It's a 3-3 game. Who do we want to call upon for an OT hero? I'd say Michkov, considering he hasn't scored in a while. Let's see what happens. See if we can get on to the next round. Come on, guys. Get me to the second round, please. Yes, there we go. Shelley, let's go. Let's go. Finally. We have made it to round 2. This almost calls for like a celebration, you know. We've made it to round 2 for the first time in 5 or 6 years, I feel like. As Calvin Shelley has definitely redeemed himself, and he's definitely worth his contract right now. Shots were 41-34 in that game. Thank you for that late goal, Jake Chikrin, as well, because holy crap, that came down to the wire. Because we were up 2-0, and I was like, okay. This is probably one of those games where you get blown out afterwards. They went up 3-2. Chikrin scores late, and then Shelley with that OT winner. So Agostino from Aho and Michkov, Shelley from Sopolyov and Bentley, Chikrin from Gallagher and Bentley, and Shelley from Aho and Guerrero. So some random line adjustments, but Galiev has his 3rd win of the playoffs. And yeah, Shelley gets 1st star, Aho to 2nd, and Bentley to 3rd. Oh, we're finally off to the 2nd round. That was way too close for comfort. And we're going to be taking on Chicago in round 2. Hawks fans going to like that. I'm not going to know ahead of time, but since I'm pre-recording these episodes, but Chicago in round 2, and looks like, yeah, we won't have our guys back from injury until the conference finals if we get there, which is kind of scary, but I'm glad we got to round 2 with the amount of injuries we suffered. So let's take a look at our player stats throughout round 1, and then we'll take a quick look at the Chicago Blackhawks, and then that'll be it for this episode because we're already around 29 minutes, and you guys are probably going to think I'm out in round 1 again. So let's start off with our centerman. So Aho was fantastic. That's exactly what I needed from him. 4 goals on 9 shots, too. Really good stuff from Aho. Sopolyov was actually really good, too. 4 assists in 7 games. Bentley was pretty good. Byfield was pretty And then Wolf was not too bad as a depth option. I'm still not sold on Bentley and Byfield in a sense because of that plus-minus, but it is what it is. Left wing-wise, Agostino was really good, 9 points in 7 games. McGill's 2 assists in 7 games is average, but +2. I like that. Shishkinov only played 1 game before his injury. Michkov, 8 points in 7 games. Didn't score as much as I was hoping, but maybe he could get going in round 2. Because you see last year he had 7 goals in 7 games, and then only have 3 in 7 is a little bit weird. But maybe if he gets going on in the 2nd or 3rd round, our team will be a lot better. Shelley was fantastic in round 1, 5 goals in 7 games. which is the first time he's scored that many goals in a round since the year we went to the Cup Finals, I think, which is kind of crazy. Redmond, 3 points in 7 games. Gallant, 2 points as a depth option. And in Gallagher, only 1 assist. So our third line maybe needs to score a bit more, but it is what it is. Chikrin, 6 points is really good. DeMaio was actually pretty solid too. Tukinen, 2 points. Guerrero, 2 points. Lambos, 2 points. And then Sasaki, nothing. So our defensive core, I would say, was pretty good in terms of picking up some offense as well. And in goalie-wise, Galiev was really good. I almost feel like starting him in round 2. But I might have to go back to Hornquist since he's the better overall goalie. But yeah, Galiev was definitely the better 2 options. He just came out of nowhere and been good since Pettersson's injury. The thing is, once Pettersson comes back, do I send him back down to the AHL? Probably. There is no waivers in the playoffs, I'm pretty sure, so we could send somebody else down. But yeah, that's a bit of a weird move. So there is that. Let's take a quick look at the Chicago Blackhawks. See what their roster looks like. The winner of this will face either Seattle or Winnipeg in the conference finals. Seattle did make a big trade, didn't they, at the trade deadline, I think? If I'm not mistaken. So, Chicago's lineup. They have Harrison Cohane, which this guy takes a lot of penalties, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 81 penalty minutes this year. And he's got 6 and 7 in the playoffs so far. They also have Nick Suzuki, and they also have Henrik Nordgren. So, a pretty good top line, I'd say. Second line wise, they have Fiala, Tulipov, and Rizzi. Not bad for a second line. Adrian Jackson, Logan Ross, and Eddie Helburn. So a lot of random EA generated guys, but they're all pretty good. And then a fourth line of B.O. Gruel. I almost said B.A. for some reason. And Lucas Reichel. Also Seth Jarvis is down there on the fourth line. Defensively, they have Nico Kartinen, who I believe, they drafted. Jacob Bernard Docker's over there, so they must have signed him. Cale Fleury, Oli Uelevi, and a top 6 pairing of Aldrich Prindis, which is kind of a weird name, and Alec Regula. Goalie-wise, they have Johan Schustrom. Oh, yes, this guy. So that's going to be probably the toughest part, is this goaltending, because this goaltender has had some really good seasons as of the last few years. He's still pretty young into his career, and his playoff numbers so far have been really good as well, so scoring on Schuster might be problematic. We need Michkov to get going for sure. And they also have a goalie with the last name Wall as their backup, who might be a Wall, who knows. Depth-wise, Yoki Hari was out with an injury currently. They also have Kupari, though, and Emil Bemstrom. Interesting. So overall-wise, I'm not really sure what to make of this team. I guess it comes down to what they had during the regular season in terms of goals for and stuff. So we'll take a quick look at that, too. And then that'll be it for this episode. So they finished second behind us in our division by 14 points. They scored 3.33 goals, so they were actually not too bad offensively. Their defense was kind of good, looks like. Their power play was really good, and their penalty kill was better than ours. So their special teams are probably where we need to watch out for. They had 10 short-handed goals this year as well, so got to watch out for that too. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of our Arizona Coyotes franchise mode. So in next episode, we'll take it to round 2 against the Chicago Blackhawks as we look to get to the conference finals against either Seattle or Winnipeg. So let me guessing down below, and I'll see you guys next time.